to Brewing Success, where growth is the mission, change is the reward, and progress is the goal. I am your host, Andrea Gebhardt. I'm a former educator turned passionate entrepreneur whose desire to create impact has never wavered. I've spent the last decade teaching, mentoring, and coaching people on how to create success in their lives and businesses with proven strategies and systems that not only bring about change, but big results. When it comes down to it, teaching is my specialty, leadership is my jam, and inspiring you to live a bigger, fuller life is what I'm all about. This podcast will give you the knowledge and tools you need to brew success in almost any area of your life. You're going to walk away each week feeling inspired, motivated, and ready to step outside your comfort zone and into the next level of who you're meant to be. Now let's get into today's episode. Today we are going to talk all about mindset. Mindset is literally one of my favorite topics to discuss. And I think it's mostly because when it comes to mindset, most people, they just have it all wrong. Most people think that mindset is something that you have. But in all reality, mindset is something that you choose. And that choice matters every single day because your mindset serves as your personal frame of reference. It filters everything that you encounter and is in complete control of how you interpret and perceive everything around you. This is the exact reason why mindset matters so much. It literally is everything and has everything to do with where you go or where you don't go in life. So let me take a quick moment to ask a very simple but tough question. If your mindset was how you were introduced, would people want to meet you? If you just, said to gave a resounding yes to yourself, well, then that's awesome. If you said, well, probably not, we have some work to do. We're going to talk about that. And if you're not really sure how to answer that question, you just lack awareness in that area. And after today's episode, I promise you that will not be the case. So if you're curious as to where your default mindset is, meaning what your mindset is pretty much set to most of the time, also known as your default filter, if you will, let's take a look at where you fall. See, I believe that everybody has a default mindset. It's just the natural place that their mindset is. Now, I want to remind you that I talked about having choice when it comes to your mindset, which means that regardless of what your default is, you can actively choose something better. At the same time, you could actively choose to regress and choose something worse than your default mindset is. But after you learn about the importance of mindset today, I don't think you're ever going to choose to go back. But I think you're going to be really excited to learn how you can always choose to go forward. So I think, I really identify the default mindset in two boxes, two categories. You've either got a default negative base-like kind of mindset, or you've got a default positive mindset. And you're probably sitting here right now thinking, oh, well, I'm either negative or I'm positive. And so I want you to just really listen to me describe these two default mindsets and, without judgment, without fear of feeling anything other than just creating space for personal awareness for yourself. I want you to listen to these and I want you to identify with the one that you resonate with most. Not what you think you should do or where you think you should be, but the one you personally resonate with most. So if you're the kind of person who tends to go toward the negative, you maybe kind of have a poor me attitude, victim mentality, nothing goes right for you, everything is always wrong, nothing ever works out, you never win anything, you're never lucky. That kind of mentality. You see problems versus opportunities. You're the first to complain. You notice the bad before the good. You feel angst or tension. You're quick to blame other people. And you're mostly fearful and worried. Then your default mindset is on the negative side. Now, before you beat yourself up, this really isn't that big of a deal unless you decide to not make managing your mindset a priority, which I really hope changes for you today. Chances are that because of the default state of your mind, you give up easy. You quit things often. You get derailed by the things you can't control on a daily basis, and you fail to make consistent progress in whatever it is that you're doing. The problem with this mindset really is that it only gets you into one place, and it's a place of being stuck. I call it stuck mode. Again, the whole point of this is to bring awareness so that we can do the work here. It's not to feel bad or, feel less than anything. We have to bring awareness. We're like, oh my, if some of you guys are having light bulb moments, you're like, okay, yep, that's totally me. I am totally on the negative side. If you've ever, read anything that talks about or heard a scene or read quotes like your vibe attracts your tribe, and, and we've talked about energy. If you're not sure, go back to the energy episode. It's going to help you so much bring all these two together. But you're probably seeing now where you identify and how that's playing out. But again, we're here to do some work today. And I know that you've seen mindset quotes and maybe heard about the importance of it, but we never really look inward and evaluate our own mindsets and do what's necessary to take control. So don't feel bad about being a default negative mindset. Get excited about how you're going to learn to make massive improvement and growth in this area. And more importantly, get motivated by the fact that this simple flip of the switch could change your whole life. Now, if you're someone who naturally goes to the positive, you see opportunities in every challenge, you're quick to fail and quick to learn, you easily overcome obstacles, you often reflect on how you could be better, you feel inspired and motivated all the time, you vibe on a higher level, you naturally just have really good physical, mental, emotional energy, then your default mindset is on the positive side. Now, before all you positive polys out there go tooting your own horn and get too excited as if you just passed some sort of test, you need to know that just because your mindset defaults on the positive side, it doesn't mean you have less work to do. You actually have more work to do and need to be more aware. Okay, so now that you guys all know where your default mindset is, let's talk about a little bit about what that work looks like. So if you're on the negative side, here's what you should do. You should really focus on adopting an attitude of gratitude. Because if you are truly grateful and see the good in the day and in every unique situation presented to you, you can't complain, be upset, or be derailed. It's impossible because you begin to develop a keen sense of understanding that all things that come your way are meant to serve you, the good things and the bad things. You start to understand and know that things don't happen to you, they happen for you. Even that slight change of perception makes a huge difference. And I'm pretty sure that if you were to look back on your life, some of the good things that happened, some of the bad things that happened, even some of the things that you probably should never have had to go through in your entire life, but you did. When you can start to look back on those things and understand that they shaped and molded you into the strong, courageous, resilient person that you are today, you have a greater appreciation for them. You recognize that you wouldn't be who you are, you wouldn't be where you are, you wouldn't have the ability to offer the value that you can give through others by way of your experiences had you not gone through that. And I can relate to that on so many levels. I think the older that you get, the more you start to reflect on your life, and the more, especially when you become a parent and you start to evaluate your own parenting compared to how you were parented, and just the things that you want to do differently. And I look back and I lived a very, 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 very challenging childhood. I was exposed to a lot of things. I experienced a lot of things that were really difficult, and definitely contributed to some things in my adult life that, let's just say, I've had my work cut out for me in terms of healing and growing and learning. And I was asked, I don't remember, I think it was a couple years ago, somebody was like, oh my gosh, if you could go back and change anything about your childhood or growing up, what would you change? And I thought it was really interesting because me, probably 10 or 15 years ago, I probably could have made a laundry list of things I wish I hadn't experienced and gone through and been exposed to And that's because I didn't understand. I thought those things happened to me. I saw, as much as sometimes some of it's unfair and whatever else, I thought I was a victim to all of that kind of stuff. And in some situations, I certainly was. But, fast forward from that point of thinking to 10 to 15 years later, after all the growth that I've been doing, this journey that I've been on for the past decade, I look back at those things. I'm like, gosh, you know what? A lot of those things were really hard to endure, and a lot of those things were really hard to go through. And I don't think I would change any of it, even the yuckiest and the ugliest of it, simply because I wouldn't be able to be the friend that I am today if I didn't go through some of those hardships and be able to help somebody in need. I wouldn't be able to relate to women who I have shared experiences with, and be able to encourage them and, really share with them how they can overcome things and they can heal and they can grow. I look back on those things like, yeah, you know what? As hard as it all was, I would never change any of it. That's where you want to get to. That's the mindset that you want to get to. That's the flip. The switch I'm talking about flipping. Accepting and understanding this on a deeper level only releases that victim mentality. It lessens the level in which the challenges that life is going to throw your way can derail you. Your mindset will naturally, as you start to do this work, your mindset's naturally going to change. Your outlook is going to change. Your thoughts are going to change. Your emotions are going to change. Your actions are going to change. And you are going to start making progress, real progress. You're going to start to realize as you do this work, develop an attitude of gratitude, right? All these things we just talked about, that it never was the world that was in your way. It wasn't the world that was against you. It was you. It was you, and it was your mindset the whole time. Let me just tell you, you're going to find yourself so if your default mindset is in that negative space and you're working to think differently, to act differently, to choose differently, you're going to find yourself fighting the old version of you every day in a desperate attempt to cling to this new way because it's bringing about the kind of change you've desired for so long. You're suddenly going to find that instead of being angry for being late, you're going to be grateful for being late because you're going to know that you were late for a reason. Maybe it prevented something. Maybe it caused you to miss the light that didn't turn red in time, and so there was a collision. You just start to think this way. You're going to be thankful for the spilled coffee, right? Instead of being like, oh man, my coffee spilled, you're going to be like, oh my gosh, at least I didn't get it on my shirt. And you're going to be excited about that. You're going to be glad that one friend did that really crappy thing, so you can learn what relationships you should be pouring into and which ones you need to remove for your life. You're going to feel free when you let go of the fear and the worry and hold on instead to the faith and understanding in the fact that how you set your mind for the day is how your mind is set. You get to choose the filter. You're going to figure out that you actually have a choice in what that all looks like. Just like you choose which sunglasses you're going to grab on your way out the door, you also get to decide what your mindset is going to be each day. Which side are you going to set it to? Because we have to bring ourselves back to what we know, where we naturally operate, the place from which our best is produced. This is where we take a deep breath. This is where we reset. This is where we pick ourselves back up and gain strength from what we learned and use it to lessen the depths of the darkness when it inevitably rises again. Your mindset acts like a filter to all the moments and the people you encounter each day. And your mindset can either make those people and those events around you magical or monstrous. Your mindset determines your attitude, actions, reactions, responses, and so much more. Mindset is more than just the way you think. Mindset is defined as an established set of attitudes. Nowhere in the definition does it mention the result of a circumstance or event or people or your past. This is why we are talking about the fact that when it comes to mindset, you 100% have a choice. And with as significant and critical as mindset is when it comes to your day-to-day life, how far you go or don't go, we need to pay more attention to it and be conscientious about our power of choice when it comes to mindset. So how do you choose? How do you choose which mindset? How do you choose where to go? How do you make this happen? It sounds good in theory, but give me some practical steps to put in practice here, because I don't want to be the person who misses out because of their mindset. I don't want to be the person who continually lacks, consistency and progress towards their dreams and their goals simply because of their mindset. If I have a choice and I get to choose, I am in charge of where this either goes or doesn't go. And I'm pretty sure that a majority of you here aren't on this show listening to this podcast week in and week out because you're not looking to go anywhere in life. In fact, I can guarantee that you're looking to go somewhere. You're looking to go somewhere big. Do better, serve bigger, impact more people. You're here because you want to do the work. So let's dive right into it. There are many ways to choose your mindset, but I'm going to share with you 3 simple ones to help you get after this right away. First, you decide. Decide what your mindset is going to be. A positive mindset, an abundant mindset, a growth mindset? What filter do you want your day and interactions to run through? I think this is an incredible concept. And I love it because I think about, we all use filters on social media with pictures. There's the super funny, goofy ones. They're the ones that make us look like we have a little makeup on when we actually look like death. They're the ones that completely change everything. Either way, filters are a lot of fun. And just like you choose a filter to decide what that picture is going to look like, what aesthetic it's going to carry, you get to choose what filter you're going to put in a place that's going to filter everything throughout your day. I think that's pretty incredible. When you think about it, the power of that, what filter do I want everything to come through today? When I ask it this way, it seems so easy to choose. You're like, well, gosh, I want everything to filter through abundance. Everything to filter through abundance. I mean, you can't even say that without smiling. You can't even say it with me. I want everything to filter through abundance. You sit up taller, your shoulders go back, you're energized. It's giving you life. And think about the power of that. I want everything to filter through abundance. How great that feels. Now imagine the opposite. I want everything to filter through scarcity. What? I can't even say it. My spine just instantly curled. My shoulders shrugged in. My hands came to my lap. I kind of closed myself off physically. What's crazy to me is the natural response, our physical body responds to that type of energy. I clammed up. Before I was out like a proud flying, wombat. And here I'm all closed up like a clam. I changed my energy. My entire body changed without me even thinking twice about it. Think about the power of your words. Think about the power of choice behind the mindset that you choose, a filter that you put in place to filter all the things that you're encountering on a daily basis. Okay, we have to start over because I cannot let that be the last thing said. I want everything to filter through abundance, right? So next, we decide. That's the first thing that we do. We decide, what kind of mindset am I going to have? And I'm telling you, when you wake up and you make this a part of your daily routine, sure, you can say affirmations. Sure, you can do all those other things. But listen, if you don't set your mind to where you want it to be for the whole entire day, chances are you never will. And then you're naturally going to go to that default place from which you operate from. And again, like I said, if you're in the positive place, you kind of got a little bit of an advantage. But if you're not aware of the fact that you're not participating in the choice, okay, you default to positive, but let's get more specific with that. Abundance, growth. Think about the different things that we can come up with here. But decide, set your intention in that. Write it on a whiteboard, write it on your bathroom mirror, put it on a Post-it note and slap it up on your computer. What is your mindset going to be? And I love this because sometimes we set our mindset to a certain place and things happen. You pick up the kids from school. It's extra chaotic. You're a little bit stressed and, you're trying to manage all your kids' needs and all the things that they have going on. And at the same time, you're just trying to keep your chin above the water. And your mindset starts to slip a little bit. And now your kids, you went from a place of like, gosh, I love that my kids love talking to me in the car after school and sharing their day and just, they're so excited about their lives. And I just love hearing them, speak and say it. And your mindset shifts to that more negative side. And you're like, oh my gosh, why do my kids talk so much? I can't even handle this. They're talking over each other. Like, can you guys just get in the car and like not talk until we get home? We've all been there. Okay. So you can see how easily your mindset can shift. So I don't want you to go through your day just thinking that, oh, well, I'm on the positive side, so I don't really have to do as much here. No, you still have to be intentional. You still have to show up and decide and watch how much better things get for you when you do. So I want you to plan it out like you plan your outfit, just like you choose what earrings you're going to throw on, what outfit you're going to wear, where you're going to set your mind to for the day absolutely matters. And we have a choice in that. We're going to make that choice moving forward right away. And when we start to feel it slip, we're going to bring it back all the time. Nope, 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 nope. Not today, Satan. Nope. I set my mindset to positivity, to abundance, to growth. That's where I'm going to bring it back. I'm going to bring it back. I'm going to bring it back because now that I know better, I'm going to do better. That's the whole purpose of the progress we're looking to make here. So after we decide, next we're going to declare. We're going to declare it. How do we do that? Like I said, we write it down in our planners. We say it aloud to ourselves while looking in the mirror. Today, I choose to have a growth mindset. I will see how everything and everyone I encounter today is here to help me learn something that'll make me better, that'll add value to my life and enable me to make the progress necessary to go to the next level. I mean, imagine the power. If you got up every day, friends, and you said that, you declared your mindset, I'm choosing a growth mindset. So I know that everything today, every person, every situation, everything today is going to be filtered through that growth filter that I'm choosing to set my mind to today, that mindset, that growth mindset, and know and trust and understand and perceive and receive that every single thing that comes my way today is meant to grow me, meant to help me become better. Guys, this stuff right here, it's going to change your whole freaking life. Like, it's incredible when you think about it. It's so dang powerful. And again, to belabor the whole idea of the opposite, who in their right mind would be like, I'm going to choose a mindset of scarcity today. So I will see how everything and everyone I encounter today is going to make me feel victim, robbed, depleted, less than. I can't. After today, you guys, I'm so excited. Because you are going to just be awesome. And great things are going to start happening and coming your way because you're never going to be able to go back to that ever. Because it's crazy and it's silly and it's not who you were made to be. And it's certainly not, in alignment with where you're looking to go. So first we decide, then we declare. Third, we have to remain diligent. Mindset is not a set it and forget it kind of thing. It's a set it and keep it kind of thing. What you think about, you bring about. So you will have to work to protect your thoughts. You're going to have to work to reframe your experiences through your chosen mindset. You're going to have to work to reframe your experience through your chosen mindset. Reframe that experience. Instead of saying you're overwhelmed, you're overjoyed. Instead of saying you're stressed, focus on the fact that you're blessed. Instead of saying something, you're tired, you're grateful for the energy that you have. Reframing those experiences through that chosen mindset. You will have to combat your innate reaction towards the negative. And you must do it abruptly, as it just takes one negative thought to spiral into negative emotions and actions and result in a total depletion of energy. You will need to actively reposition your mindset and keep it in the place that will bring you and those you serve the most benefit. Decide, declare, be diligent when it comes to your mindset every day. Your mindset is critical because it defines every opinion, idea, decision, and action. It influences the energy around you. It sets the foundation you walk on as a leader. Therefore, it must be solid and grounded and headed in the right direction always. If you learn to master your mindset, I promise you, you will master your life. Your mindset is the gateway to the kind of life you live. Wow. The thought of that alone brings a whole new level of power to that concept, the gateway. The thing that makes this even more empowering is that you have the power of choice. You get to choose. So please choose wisely. Choose the mindset that will bless you, not stress you. Choose the mindset that will bless others, not stress others. Choose the mindset that is in alignment with where you want to go and what you want your life to look like. It starts now. The choice is yours. Thank you so much for being here today, for showing up for your growth, and for committing to working toward becoming the best version of yourself. Let's help those around us make progress too. Take a screenshot of this episode, share it in your story, and link it so we can empower everyone with the ability to master their mindset. Thank you for being a part of the Brewing Success community, where growth is the mission, change is the reward, and progress is the goal.